Okay, good evening. Ray, Elisa. Earlier today we had something about our KPI and routing security and abuse and all kind of stuff. The thing I've been seeing lately is that the amount of hijacks is actually increasing. It's not real news, everyone knows it. It's just that how are we going to cope with this if this happens, for example, here in Finland? There's been some small cases, there have been some bigger cases. One that you can actually still see on BG Play is that Telecom Morocco borrowed a /18 from our Estonian friends 6 weeks ago, and they never answered why they did it or what happened. And we had to contact their upstream providers to get it back. So we have abuse addresses for every layer, for every operator. But is this the right way to connect to the other operator in case of an emergency? You can imagine what happens if someone by accident announces your network where you have a name server or your mail server or whatever service, and you're practically out of business. Is there any ideas or is there any willingness to try to find a way to communicate within this country, at least at first, to get these things handled a bit faster? I don't mean by sending an email to another email address, but having direct contacts between the technicians of these companies. So once someone notices that something's wrong, for example, a /24 has been by accident announced by another operator, your neighbor operator, or because you have a customer that uses, both networks and the guys who are doing the connection, just quick copy whatever is being announced by BGP, and there you go. If there's any willingness on this to set up something like that, contact me later on dinner or at the sauna or whatever, maybe even in the lake. The only thing I'm trying to do here is to make sure that in case of an emergency or in case of not a real hijack, but in case of an announcement being made by accident, we get this thing fixed as soon as possible. We don't have to wait for an abuse mailbox worker to answer you in 3 weeks. So let me know. Thank you.
Thank you, Raymond. Any quick questions for Raymond?